I literally can't believe the Social Security Administration is still doing this crap. It just ticks me off, man. What should I expect given? My goodness. All right, so I was working with it. All right, so a long time ago, Larry Kotlikov had written an article about 2012 or 13 about how the Social Security Administration was essentially robbing widows of millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars, with their bad advice. And the Office of Inspector General did an investigation and found out that Larry was right. They were, to the tune of like over $100 million. Did the SSA make good with the widows that they misled? No. They say, yeah, you're right, Larry, so we're going to have to fix it. And the problem is that widows would go into Social Security office and they say, hey, my husband died. And the Social Security office said, you have two choices. You can take your survivor benefit or you can take your own benefit, whatever is greater. And the widow would say, okay, so my survivor benefit is, a couple bucks less than my own benefit. I'll just go ahead and take my own benefit. And there's crap information, because what they could have done is, if their survivor benefit was just say $100 a month less, they could have taken the survivor benefit and deferred taking their own benefit and let their own benefit grow with delayed earnings credits until they're 70 or 67, whatever they want to do, it doesn't matter. But the Social Security Administration people are saying, no, you take the greater of the two. Look, this one pays you $100 a month more, Mrs. Smith, so you should take your own benefit and essentially sacrifice your survivor benefit and sacrifice your delayed earnings credits. All right, so years go by, and the OIG says we got to fix this. The Social Security Administration needs to tighten up, fly right. And I just talked to a guy yesterday. This is the second time now, and this is so frustrating because what can you do? I don't know. So I talked to a guy yesterday who's a widow, young man, but he's a widow. And the Social Security Administration literally told, so two people from the SSA, the first person told them the right information, the second person made him just like, holy crap, this is completely different from what the first person said. The first person said exactly what we planned for, is that he can take his survivor benefit until either his FRA or his at 70 and reduce and take delayed earnings credits, or take his full retirement benefit at full retirement age, or again with delayed earnings credits at 70, but he could live on his widow's benefit even at 60 years old. It would be reduced, but he would get his survivor benefit reduced while he's waiting for his own benefit to kick in at 67 or even 70. So the first lady said that. Now, he also has child in care, all right, and we don't need to get to that, but basically has a child he's a widower. He's got a child who's under the age of 16, I think 16 or 17, I can't remember, so he gets a child in care benefit too. Anyway, so take the child in care. At some point, when your kid becomes 16, you flip over to you switch over to your survivor benefit, and then when you hit 70, you take your own benefit based on delayed earnings credits. It's such a great plan, and this is exactly what Social Security was there for. Old age survivor disability insurance, OASDI. That's what it stands for. Old age survivor. All right, so anyway, we're sitting there thinking, that's great. So then he calls again to confirm. I forgot what he called again for, but he called again just for some reason, I forgot. And it always makes sense to get more than one opinion. And the second person he talked to said, no, you can't. You can take your child in care benefit again, but then after that, you can take your child in care benefit until your child becomes 16. But then after that, you have to take the greater of your survivor or your own benefit. It's just simply wrong. The child care has nothing to do with it at that point. At that point, it's just survivor versus your And I can't believe it. And so now he's like, I don't know. What if I make a mistake here? And I said, and that's the thing. What do you get? What can you do? Nothing. I mean, I know what's going to happen. He's going to call in at 66. He can say, hey, I want to take my survivor benefit once my child and care benefit goes away. They're going to say, oh, no, you can't take your survivor benefit. Your own benefit is higher. That's simply not true. Yeah, it's so freaking frustrating. And then I talked to another guy. Oh man, and his wife could file a restricted application, and I don't want to get too deep in this because it basically irrelevant for everybody except for a few select ones now. And and again, the Social Security Administration, we're like, no, you can't do a restricted application anymore. Yes, you can if you're the right date of birth, man. If you're born before 1954, you can. And they're like, no. I was like, I can't believe this. Anyway, the point being is, I don't even, like, what do you do? What do you do if, it's like the IRS. We know for a fact the IRS feeds you bad information, and yet who do you hold accountable? Well, we have, I think, a Supreme Court order that says you can't hold the IRS accountable because you're the person in charge of your taxes. You're like, well, I called the IRS. They said 2 + 2 is 5, so I put that down in my 1040, and now I'm being audited for saying 2 + 2 is 5, and now I got to owe taxes. And the Supreme Court said, sucks to be you, but that's not our problem. You're like, but that's literally what they told me. Anyway, it's so frustrating. Anyway, I don't even know. Like, literally, I don't know what to do. It's like, what do you do? Just fight in City Hall, man. Bureaucracy rules. Taxpayers drool. All right, we'll see you.